Alright, now it's
Leslie,
recording.
get out of there. Out! Come on, out of there.
Okay, get on up, Ed, and start talking about your stuff. We don't know how much how much memory you got. Get up there and start. Alright, I don't even know if we can zoom this in. Alright.
Well, you're the one who wanted me to do the video. Now you don't even know it's going to be able to work. So
Yeah, it's recording now. But we don't know how much we have on your SD card, so get on up there.
I don't even have an SD card. I don't have nothing for that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You got 32 gigs of memory, but let's get this started.
Okay, so here we have the American Flyer Lines Northwestern car on here in a 2160 locomotive. Mint condition. I just received this set just the other day. But right now, I'm going to hook up these cars. This is supposed to be done right away before I did the video, but we got into a bunch of technical issues a little while ago, so I was really supposed to have this already to go, but I got sidetracked. So I'm hooking these cars up now. The brown caboose, lighted caboose, and the New Haven boxcar are Lionel American Flyers. The rest is all original Gilbert American Flyer. Trying to get these on the track here. Again, it was sidetracked, so I didn't really have enough time to make sure this is all running and on the track like I wanted to do, but so what we're going to do right now is we're going to start up this American Flyer train. The engine and the coal car and the N&W car from 1960. The tracks from 1960-ish. The two cars at the end of the train are from 1990 by Lionel American Flyer, or Lionel Trains Incorporated, that took over American Flyer originally. So here we go. This is S gauge. It's a hard gauge to get. It's very popular though, back in the 50s and 60s. Then it faded out, but now there's only two companies that I know of making it. It's Lionel and American Models. This is just a plain locomotive with forward and reverse switch on the locomotive. And a lighted caboose. And she's a real good runner. I'm getting some switches for this set and some extra track. Really impressed with it, It's got good pulling power. It's not for sale. I'm just showing you my personal trains here. Okay, so now we're going to shut this down.
Okay. Let's see if we can zoom in on this.
And now we're going to put the HO train on over here. I have this is model power. It's running on Lifelike power lock track. Santa Fe locomotive. This came with two units in the set when I bought it. A and B. This is the actual set. So can anybody see this? We'll raise it up so you can see. This is the actual set of model power.
Yep. You can see this stuff smaller.
put the diesel on the track, and I'm going to start that up and run that up for you right now. We're going to hook a car up to it. Hook the cars up to it. This is a Lionel Chesapeake in Ohio freight car from the 70s, from Lionel in the 70s. C&O freight car. And hook it onto this.
Why don't you show how comparison size to a similar car S gauge, so they can see what the difference is.
Right.
All right, let me get close up. Oh. I'm not gonna run it. I'm just gonna show them the difference in size.
I'm gonna run it, but I gotta get it on the track. Okay. There's a Tyco New Haven car I have. I'm not gonna hook that up right up to that right now.
Right.
I'm gonna just run this with these two cars right now and show the people.
So there you see the HO on the inside, and you can see you got a hopper car, and you got the hopper car gondola on the S gauge layout. I don't know if you can see how the sheer size difference, but they are this bigger. Boxcar is certainly bigger.
Actually, S gauge is pretty close to HO, but it is.
Get out! No, it's not.
You
It's
can see
actually
S gauge is probably
it's
bigger.
about a third bigger.
Yeah. But it's the closest size to HO though in comparison. HO is much smaller than O gauge. So we're gonna
Half the size of O gauge.
So hopefully we're not gonna have any problem with this train right now.
For those of you who don't know, 1/64th scale or S gauge is common for dollhouses.
There we go. There's your Santa Fe model power with the one freight car. On the switches, this goes turn into the middle of the switches and switching direction to go into the center. So you can see the difference. They don't even have this turned all the way up, but you can see the difference in the size. The S gauge in the back and the HO over here. Okay, so now that's that. Alright, we're done with that. So now the next thing I want to show you is moving from, we're going to move from the train table here. Well, actually, I guess we can do this over here too, but that's the trains for now. I also have some,
I'm gonna pause while you.
Yeah, pause for a minute, please. The Lionel HO engine, Hudson engine from 1964 original, which we cleaned up and got it running. And you can see the comparison in the size between the HO and the S gauge. You see the S gauge crane in the background there. It's a nice little runner. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys that. So now we're going to go to slot cars.
Just put the HO engine close to the the S gauge engine.
Now I did what I was going to do with this.
Alright, pausing again. Starting now.
Now you can see the size comparison. This is 027 gauge. O gauge and 027 is about the same, but 027 can run on a tighter radius track. This is a Lionel Texas special diesel I have in my collection from also 1964 to 66. That's a basic engine. This one here doesn't have a forward and reverse switch on it. Normally they had a forward and reverse switch on the top of the cab where you see the slot is. Runs very well. Right now I'm just working on my layouts in here. Right now I'm working with the S gauge and the HO. I want to get another O gauge layout going. I'm going to be working on that next, but right now I just don't have it going right now to show. But I wanted to show at least the diesel size. This is larger than HO and S, which is O gauge or O27. Thank you. Thank you. Put on pause, Michelle.
Okay, pausing. Go ahead.
This is a 1/42 scale slot car set. Very nice little set. It's brand new in the box. This is for sale. I got this real from somebody. It's a Toyota Supra slot car set. You can get a hold of me at my email if you're interested. Brand new in the box. Never ran. Now I'm going to show Hot Wheels carry case slot car set. This is HO scale. I'm going to show you in a minute here. I'm going to open this up and show you. Okay, it opens up to a ready-made slot car track. I'll turn this around so they can see it.
Cars are in the.
This runs on batteries. Tried it out, runs very well. This is my set too, part of my own collection. I hope to get some more HO slot cars for this set. This is one of the Hot Wheel cars that came with it.
Alright, let me zoom in on that. Alright, I got it.
There's also another one here I'll show you. This is a red slot car.
Alright.
Again, these are Hot Wheels HO slot cars. And Hot Wheels is one of the major names in the HO slot car market.
Okay.
These are the brushes. They have brushes for contacts on the bottom. Brushes. Old cars have brushes.
Alright.
That's the contacts for the
Hold on a bit. I gotta get through. Okay, I see it. Yep, there's the brushes. It doesn't use the sleds.
Right. Now this is these little controllers plug into the side of the track. These are your little remote controllers. Right here, they look like this.
Yeah, I got it.
Button on the back, the controller. I'm not going to run this right now, but they go around this track really fast and really nice. This originally did come with, this set I didn't get though, with it has landscaping, cardboard, landscape material, signs and all that comes with it. My set didn't, so I can't show you that because it didn't come with it, but normally they come with like landscaped trees and stuff that you put in here and stuff that didn't come with this set. So that's it. You can pause that and show it. Gotta put this away. Give me that paper over there on the floor next to you. Michelle.
What?
Give me that paper, Nick, on the floor next to you.
Okay.
Right there on that side.
Which
next
side?
to your leg on the left.
My left side?
It's right there. You're kicking it with your shoe.
Oh, I am?
You can't. Oh my god.
Oh.
Are you really that blind? It's right fucking there.
Actually, I am pretty blind. What color is it?
Forget it. I'll put the car and put the batteries.
You said paper.
Right.
I don't see paper.
It's right in front of you.
Plastic. You mean bubble wrap. You just said bubble wrap. I was wondering what you were saying with paper. I was looking for a white sheet of paper. It's... Sometimes that's one of the things I have a hard time understanding is when he says paper, in this case he meant plastic bubble wrap. Okay.
These take, put this back on for a minute.
Okay.
These take four pen light batteries, this set to run this. It runs on batteries.
Yeah, this is 4 double A's.
Yeah. So that's that with the Hot Wheels slot car set. Very nice set. You can get really cheap for around $40 average, $40 to $50. Some that are unused for like $50 on the average on eBay, and you buy them at Walmart brand new, they're like $124. Okay.
All right, let's answer some routine questions. I'm sure, but especially with the train stuff, is which gauge you prefer and why? Train stuff. What gauge you prefer and why?
I like all train gauges, but from way back in my first train set was 1964. I got. And I was a little boy, 63 or 64. I don't remember, but it was one of those Christmases. Got my first Lionel, and it was 027 gauge. Which I didn't show tonight, but I have an engine, the same one right now, cast metal. The one I had originally was plastic, but it was a good set. It had a car hauling car on it, with cars on it, caboose, tank car. It was a nice little set. It had smoked. So I kind of got into the 027, because that's the exact gauge it was, 027. Old gauge is just a little bit wider and was more scalish. 027, but that was my first train set. So I really got really big into 027 in the 70s when I went from slot cars, because the train craze started coming back and I started getting into trains again. So I had I was a major layout I had in my basement, South Windsor, Connecticut. I had a huge 027 scale gauge Lionel MPC layout. And if you wonder what MPC is a company that took over Lionel in 1970 and basically saved their bacon. If it wasn't for that transaction, there probably wouldn't be any Lionel today, in my opinion. But as far as you look at Lionel, the different eras of Lionel, probably the best era that they've had in their history, I think, probably was the MPC era, because they knew what they were doing. They made some cheap trains, which catered to the people who didn't have a lot of money in the market, and the scale gauges, which were more detailed for the model hobbyist, which were very nice. Anyway, that's how I got into 027, so I still lean toward 027. Right now, I like all the gauges. Right now, I don't have any N gauge. N gauge is tiny. I can't show you any of that right now. They're really tiny. They're smaller than any of these. But I just got the S scale. And the S scale I like because the S scale is rare. It's hard to get. It's just a challenge to work with that gauge. But this is the first S gauge set that I really had. I've had it running good. And I'm impressed by it. Just the way it goes around the track and everything. It just looks so nice. I had some years back, I had S gauge next door, and I don't know, maybe it was a tractor or something that never ran that great for me. But this set runs beautiful. And so I don't really have a preference. I like all the gauges in trains, and I also like all the slot car, different sizes in slot cars too. But I can tell you that probably in slot cars, the cheapest gauge to go with would probably be 1/42 scale. They're less expensive. They're nice looking on the track. Probably 1/32 scale is a little more expensive as far as slot cars. Getting back to trains again, S gauge is the most expensive, but if you can look around, if you can find deals, look around and get some good used stuff like I did, and that's a really nice set I just got used. I paid $77 for that set. Believe it or not, complete set. The guy gave me a deal though. That was that, because that set's at least a $200 set right there. At least in that condition, he gave me 2 cars alone. The Lionel cars are worth $25 a piece at least. But anyways, And HO is it's a common gauge. It's nice also. I recommend using the Lifelike Power Lock track. That's a track I like. I don't like the clip style HO track. A lot of the modelers do. I just don't. Because this type of track clips right together and the trains don't fly off. They stay. The track runs nice and smooth. The train runs nice and smooth on it. I recommend that type of track. Bachman's still making that type of track. Lifelike still makes it through Walfers now. I believe it is. I don't think they make the black road bed. Mine's a black road bed. I think they make the light colored road bed. But I prefer that, especially for people that have children or younger adults. It's very easy to put together and use. The track with the clips, the HO with the clips, is more for hobbyists. It's more for older people, and you've got to really make sure everything's nailed down nice.
It's really,
the clips are tight, or
the ones for the track is good for, the clips is good for permanent layouts, really. Where, like you said, the other power lock's good for portable setups.
No, they can use the power lock on permanent layout. It's up to what they want.
You can put it around your Christmas tree.
The clip track is designed for the hobbyist. It's not designed for anything else but the hobbyist. Because once the clips get loose, you have to make sure you put everything together, make sure it's tight, and leave it that way, and you're good. If it's all mounted down the track. Whereas with this other type of track, like you just mentioned, you could use it for a permanent or a movable layout easier. And you can't really do that with the clip track. Unless you've got a movable layout that you got designed where the track's already mounted to it that you move around. Okay, so that's the story on trains today and slot cars. Pretty much. Don't know more what I can tell you much more right now in this segment. Maybe next time we'll talk more about the O27s. And I got some more O27 trains to show you and engage.
Well, I got one more question for you, which is
probably some slot cars next time we'll show run.
Which do you think is the better power system, AC or DC, in your honest opinion?
They're actually both just as good. But with your slot cars,
I'm talking about for trains.
Trains.
AC, of course, is used by the American Flyer and the Lionel older trains, and HO uses DC output.
I really don't think there's any difference. They work just as good. But keep in mind, if you got that set I just showed you today, that's a classic engine. That's an original engine. It has an original motor in it. That's not a CAN motor, so it's not DC. That's an AC train. It's got some good pulling power on it. You know, the transformer I got is halfway decent, so it's got enough power for it. If I had a smoking locomotive, that probably would require even more power to power that.
Okay. Alright, so we're all set then. Have any questions? Don't be afraid to email him at edmichno@gmail.com. That's edmichno@gmail.com.
Yes, have a good night and have a good Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.